Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. So, I watched the new The Running Man recently, and I had some thoughts. Right off the bat, I loved the concept of someone having to survive for 30 days while the whole country is hunting him. Think that one John Wick movie, but without a trained assassin. You get a lot of cool action set pieces out of that. I liked that they explain, with little flashback clips that mirror the current situation, why he's better than others at getting away. He's also a lot more paranoid and doesn't get too complacent. I did appreciate that they softened Richards for the movie, focusing more on his relationship with his wife and daughter as his motivation. In the novel, he wasn't always as likable. Richards also clearly belongs to a certain class of people, so I felt like the film makes a statement about how poorer people don't get to rest. They always need to stay one step ahead, always keep moving and fight for survival every day. I thought that theme made it more relatable. The film feels incredibly current, maybe even more than when the novel was written. You have that importance of reality TV and game shows and how fake they are, with contestants or participants being chosen particularly for the spectacle and the ratings. But also the narrative and how the network controls and manipulates it to make Ben Richards more of a villain to whip up the crowd. I felt that it was a little stronger in the novel, particularly when it comes to Ben's wife and daughter and how they are represented. This is the best time to mention that I liked how sweaty and unwashed Glen Powell looked at the beginning. But then you look at Jayme Lawson, who looks stunning and too clean in the dress and earrings and the hair and makeup. She could be Bobby T's co-host, instead of a woman who's so poor she's forced to turn tricks to keep their daughter alive. Now, that outfit and look could be her work uniform, but it's still jarring and makes it harder to believe that this couple is actually that destitute and desperate. It was definitely Glen Powell's show. He had moments of genuine vulnerability when it came to his family, moments of joy when he got away from the hunters, or anger. The rest of the cast was good as well, but it felt like they just didn't have as much to do. The only other actor who really stood out for me was Colman Domingo as Bobby T. I loved the weight in his delivery. It was very commanding and sucked me in. Nobody was bad. I just felt there were no real standout performances besides those. I liked the Michael Cera portion with the Home Alone traps. I thought that was a fun sequence. But then there was also a sense of repetition. Richards gets to a place where someone helps him out or where he can lay low. Then the hunters come and he has to run away, to a place where someone helps him out or where he can lay low before the hunters come again and he has to run away again. I think it was that repetition that made parts of the second act feel a bit slower for me. While I liked the part with Amelia and the airplane, I thought it worked a little better in the novel. I thought in the novel the mind games were stronger. Do Killian and McCone believe Richards has the explosives? Who's outsmarting whom here? How far can Richards get before they call his bluff? The movie didn't make too much of that. I also thought that Amelia turned much too quickly from fear of Richards and even hatred to agreeing to help him out. I can't remember if she ever fully comes around in the novel or if that's just her breaking apart, and there's always a sense that she's wary of Richards in the novel. Here, she became Ben's friend almost immediately, which I felt weakened her character. I think one of the biggest problems with the movie was the ending. It was too much of a cool, heroic ending for me. I think I preferred the downer ending from the novel, but yes, that's definitely a matter of taste. This one was too soppy and positive for me, more like wish fulfillment, but it might be exactly what you're looking for. If you've read the novel and wanted something more like that, you might be disappointed. Let me know in the comments what you thought, especially if you've read the book. Overall, this was a flawed yet decent action film. It didn't forget about the theme that made the novel a lot more than a guy running from hunters. It wasn't always what I had expected when I heard who would be directing, but it's still an entertaining watch with mostly solid but not standout performances. And that's all. Roll credits!